Hi and welcome to Whirlwind Wargaming. This is the Combat Patrol issue 70, the Goliath Rockgrinder, part 2 of 2. It's got an alternative build, you can build it as a truck, so please like and subscribe and we'll have a little look and see what's inside the magazine. Thanks so far guys for all your support. So, issue 70, what have we got here? We got the Rockgrinder. This is the second part of a two-part series of the magazine then, so costing us just shy of £20 for what Games Workshop are putting out at about a 40, I think it was £42.50 model. So there's the sprue, and yeah, looking through it now, I've never bought one of these kits before, so it was only when I was having a quick look at it I realised, hang on a minute, there's 4 figures on here, and then I realised then, of course, if you've got the Goliath truck, then that's got an extra 2 figures on the back of the truck then, as opposed to just the gunner and the driver with the Rockgrinder version of this Goliath truck. I think you can hold the suspension a bit higher then, so you glue the pins in lower. I think on the instructions they're marked out red. I did say that in the previous issue. And we got some multiple weapon choices here as well, so have a little look through. Only some of them supported in the Combat Patrol version of the game, but I'll go on and I'll show some Warpedia pages where she's got the rest of the weapon options on there as well. So yeah, the magazine itself then, issue 70, second part, and then we've got our standard then, like we get in all these, is the how to paint then, and that's the truck option there rather than the thing. So looking at the weapon breakdown for the Goliath Rockgrinder, obviously you've got more weapons and you've got that melee weapon and some of the rules. This one only carries 6 troops though, whereas the truck, that one will carry 12 troops. So depending whether you want it as a primary transport or whether you're happy with it just being a secondary transport then. But yeah, it seems like a really good option then, you know. So on the how to paint element of it, it's saying to paint it in sub-assembly. That's so you can get behind the items that you're wanting to paint to make it a little bit easier. And there's the dozer blade they've left off there as well. So yeah, you know, probably got the option. You could magnetize it if you're a bit of a hobbyist and you're happy to magnetize. So you got some options there. Whether you'd want to leave the suspension at one height though, rather than have the sort of dual height. But again, you could use magnets there. They have got those little sort of indentations, so it will line up differently depending on where you put in the magnet. So yeah, and then going through the paint guides with all the paints you've received so far. That's where you should be, and that's the Rockgrinder variant there on the right hand page, so that's where you should be with it if you've painted it up as per the sort of directions within the magazine so far. And there's probably going to be some more paints coming where it'll get you to highlight up further along the line. We got a bit more lore coming now with the Gene Stealer cults. It's basically talking about how they infiltrate various planets. Just going back here to show now, you've got 4 figures there, whereas on the Rockgrinder, if I pointed them out now, you can just see there's only 2. So yeah, you can build the truck option 1, 2, 3, 4. See, but only 2 there. So yeah, this is Grosser Quintus. I think this talks about how this is talking more about the lore of the Gene Stealer cults, and then you're going to actually into the Hand of Magus then, which is the Gene Stealers Combat Patrol variant then. And then it's got a little picture in the background there, which is the collection you've built up so far, and a few of the different sort of weapon options there. Then we're going to scenario 43, which is grind all opposition. In this one you just get a unit of hybrids and a Rockgrinder. And it's giving some instructions there where you're playing round on round against different enemies each turn. And it goes on to tell you some of the rules of like the Rockgrinder, where it has got the deadly demise and it has got a sort of decrease in profile as you've sort of taken wounds down in it. And then going over the very back page, We've got the Acadian Command Squad. I say my son is going to pinch that off of me as soon as it arrives. And then we've got an issue with just 2 paints in it. Perhaps there'll be a bit more low inside there. Or you could have a very extensive painting guide inside issue 72. I'm probably going to receive these magazines sometime over the next sort of 2.5, 3 weeks now. I'll have the next 4 mags. And I'll try and get the videos up for them. But thanks guys for all your support so far. It's nice when you guys drop me the odd question or comment. Thanks. Enjoy your hobby and cheers. See you next time.